Good morning, friends. Welcome to the next vlog. This is vlog 3 for June. Wow, I can't believe I'm keeping up with it so far. This never happens. So anyway, if you are new here and you haven't watched my previous June vlogs, I am participating in 2 readathons this month, and that are here we go. Those are the June Journeys with Inklings readathon, which is run by Kaylee at Luminos Libros, and the Red, White, and June readathon, which is hosted by a whole lot of people. So I will put everybody's links for their channels down below so you can check them all out. And yeah, let's just, it is Tuesday, actually, as I'm filming this. What's my watch say? Let's see, it's the 17th. And, oh, no, it's not even Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Oh, goodness. Okay, so here's what happened. I put my last vlog up on Monday, so that's fine. I didn't film anything new on Monday. Then Tuesday, I woke up with a sore throat and what felt like one of my ears hurting. So I called off work and just kind of, laid around, did a little light housework, and worked on some cross stitching. And I finished a book. Yay! So we'll talk about that. But so Tuesday was kind of a wash, and that's why I forgot what day it even is. But today I feel fine, so I don't know what that was all about. Probably allergies, because the weather's been mostly warm here, but the last couple of days the temperature's dropped a little bit. It's still warm, but it's dropped a little bit, and we've had some rain and things. So yeah, it's probably just weather related because I feel fine, other than my throat was a little scratchy. So I don't know what that was all about. But anyway, so let's talk about the book that I just finished. I finished Spark of the Revolution by Megan Soja, I believe was the author. I'll have the picture up here so you can see. But this is a Revolutionary War era Christian romance. So, and it's about spies, so it fits in with the spy prompt for the Red, White, and June readathon. And it's the first in the Harbor of Spies series by Megan Soja. So I think there's only 3 in the series at the moment. I don't know if there will be more. But I feel like I'm going to move on to the other ones this week, the rest of this month, because it was a really good book. I really liked it. I am not a big romance specific book. Like if it has romance in it, I'm fine. But I just don't I don't like modern day romances, or just things that are solely focused basically on the romance. I'm not into that. But this one was not. It was focused on the revolution and the beginnings of the revolution, specifically the Boston Tea Party. So we follow Patience, who recently came over from England with her brother because they recently lost their mother in England, and their father has been living and working in America, in Boston, as a shopkeeper. Various reasons why that's the case and why he wasn't in England with them. But, that's part of the story. So, but they came over to basically for Will, Patience's brother, to bring her over to, I guess, live with the father permanently, was the plan. And Will was going to basically drop her off and go back to England, which, in those days wasn't that easy. It wasn't like he was just going to take a 5-hour plane ride, drop her off, stay a couple days, and go back. It was it was a months long process, obviously. But they get there to America. They obviously have never been there before. And there's a lot of changes that have happened to them in their family life. And there's obviously tension mounting because they get to Boston Harbor, and there are clearly tensions over the tea that was transported on their ship and on some other ships. And it's just the whole thing around that and what happened. And they do have the Boston Tea Party in this book, and just like the whole spark of the revolution, basically. And yeah, it's just, oh, and then, obviously, Patience meets a man, and he's a patriot, and that causes issues and all that. So, yeah, it was a really good book. It was pretty well written, I would say. It's a Christian romance, so some things were a little corny, I guess you would say, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was very corny. Definitely not. It felt very smooth, I guess. Like it wasn't. Um, there wasn't like a lot of flowery language and you know odes to this beautiful woman and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty natural, I would say. Especially like if you kind of think back to maybe how they would have acted and spoken during the 1700s. It probably was even more natural. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. But just I always think there's a part of a romance novel that is corny, and it's like, would a guy really say that? Would anybody really act that way? But maybe some people do. Just not my thing. But I gave this book a 4 star because it was really good, and it really did center more around the revolution and things that were happening in that time period, with the romance just kind of there and part of what was happening. It's not like while they're being chased down with people shooting at them that they're just thinking about how hot the other one is. It wasn't like that. So I really did enjoy this one, and I'm going to move on with the rest of the series, I think. So, but that being said, I have a few other books that I have on the go right now that I would like to try to work on finishing this week. So let's talk about those. First off, we have The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis. This is part of the Chronicles of Narnia, and I am reading this for the June Journeys with Inklings challenge. And I started this, but I'm not very far into it. This is a reread for me, but it's been years, so I really didn't remember or don't remember a whole lot of it. I think I'm only on the second chapter at this point because I started it and then I got sucked into other things. So I'm going to be hopefully finishing that maybe this weekend. Although this weekend is Father's Day weekend. So between my dad and my grandpa, we probably will have a pretty full weekend in my family. But well, I'll try to read this a little every day at least and see if I can get it done. It's a really easy read, so if I focus on it, I don't know why it would take me long. It's just the whole thing with physical books now is I also cross stitch, and I'm trying to get a gift done. So I am torn between reading something physically and just listening to it. So I may actually change to an audiobook if I can find a good one, but we'll see. And then I'm also slowly, ever so slowly, working my way through C.S. Lewis poems. Yeah, they're just a little heady for me at the moment, but I'm just continuing on. This is also for the poetry prompt for the June Journeys with Inklings challenge, obviously. And then, also an audiobook that I have been turning to in the car, like on my way to and from work and anything like that, is Washington A Life by Ron Chernow for the Red, White, and June readathon. And this is one that I feel like everybody is reading. I will definitely not complete this book in June, but considering that the 4th of July and, America's 250th birthday is next month, I will just continue it into next month and feel perfectly okay with it. As long as I finish it by the end of July, I will feel like I'm winning. But we're just going to plug away on it this month and see how far we can get. But right now, it is fascinating. It's a giant book if you have the paper copy, which I believe a lot of the hosts are reading. So if you go to one of their channels, you'll see how big it is and why I won't finish it in June. Just listening to it for like 15 minutes here and there in the car. But I am really enjoying all the facts that I'm learning. Will I remember most of those facts? Probably not. But hey, maybe one will pop into my head here and there for like trivia or something. We'll see. And then the other one that I want to try to get more done in is Tactics by Greg Kokel. This is not for any of the readathons, but it is for my DIY theology degree challenge that I'm doing this year. It's been very slow goings, but it's because I'm trying to like highlight and read physically and in all the books that I'm reading and like take notes and things because I'm treating it like I'm actually getting a degree, so I need to like cement those things into my mind. This one so far is really, really good, practically speaking. I haven't taken a lot of notes in it, and actually I did get at the library the audiobook copy, or from Libby, the audiobook to kind of like speed it along for me a little bit. But I don't want to necessarily go too quickly through any of my theology books, which this is an apologetics book for that subject for me. But I'm being very slow goings in it. So if I want to like finish any of my books, more of my books in 2026, I gotta like move it along. So I do want to try to read this week at some, a little bit of it at least. Anyway, so this isn't for any challenge other than my own. So yeah, that's enough books for now. I've been talking for 15 minutes and I need to finish my coffee and go to work. So I will talk to you when I have something significant to say. Okay, bye. Hello, friends. long time no see. Actually, for you, it wasn't that long. But it is now Tuesday, the 23rd. So we have gone a whole week and I have not updated you. Of course, I think that I actually started this vlog on a Wednesday and thought it was Tuesday. But whatever. We're not going to worry about it. So, in the past few days, I have done a lot of things. You saw that I went to Phipps Conservatory for their summer show. It was Alice in Wonderland theme, which, if you know me at all, I love Victorian literature, and that is a story that I really enjoy, even though it's a little bit weird. I mean, if you know the story of Alice in Wonderland, you know it's weird. But yeah, it was a really good show for a flower show. It was very colorful, and as you saw, they had the Queen of Hearts, and I think I muted it, but they had piped in her saying, "Off with your heads," and all that stuff. So it was pretty funny. I'm gonna go put down my blind again. Did we not have this problem last week that I had to pull down the blind? Please hold. Okay, that's better. Where were we? So I went to Phipps Conservatory on, when did I go? Saturday? I think it was Saturday. And then it was Father's Day. That's actually where my dad wanted to go for Father's Day, shockingly. He actually really enjoys the flower shows. So, plus we have a membership, so he likes to get his money's worth out of the membership. That's probably more the reason he likes it. So yeah, we did that. And then on Sunday, which, I didn't record any of that. We just went to my grandpa's and had dinner with him and one of my aunts and cousin. So that was, that was fun. So let's see, was there anything else fun that I didn't talk to you about, or I didn't film? I don't know. I did go, I had another Foodie Friday, the food truck thing that I go to in the summertime, and I did not film it. I did wear a 90s tank top, so put a weird picture in of me like trying to take a selfie while I was sitting in my chair. So it's not very attractive, but I wore that because it was Y2K themed. And I thought, well, right before Y2K was the 1990s, and life was simpler in the 90s. So, at least for me, they were anyway. So, so I wore that. But I didn't record it. But it was fun. We had a good time. There were a lot of people there I knew, which is always fun. Despite the fact that I like to read and do grandma hobbies on my own, I am a very sociable person. I love to be around people, like a lot of people that I know. It gives me energy. But then I also crash when I get home a lot of times. But I just like to be around my people. So, so that was fun. There's a whole section of people that were sitting around, and all of them were people I knew. So that was fun. But okay, so then in reading news, I had to go down to my local library and renew my library card. So while I was there, I decided to see if they had the American Girls book series that was popular in the 80s and 90s. And specifically, I wanted to get the Felicity books because she was a colonial character, colonial doll. And so it would fit for the Red, White, and June readathon. And lo and behold, they have all of them, I think, basically, all of the characters. So they had the Felicity books. So I'll pop a picture up here. I got all 6 of them because I figured, why not? They're short. And I figure even if I don't read them all in the next week, week at this point before June ends. I will continue them on for the foreseeable future. So the first one that I did read was Meet Felicity, which they all started with meet whatever character name it is. And I don't actually know. I actually think maybe I did read at least this Felicity book. I didn't have the Felicity doll, but I think maybe I did read the book because I kind of remember the little story that's involved of Felicity wanting to, she just loved horses, and she was just very fidgety with her, like, womanly duties of of stitching and her lessons and everything. So she had no patience for anything like that, but when it came to horses, she was very patient and just loved being around them. And there was a horse that was being mistreated, and she would like steal over to where the horse was kept and like basically made it learn to trust her and like basically helped it. And I do kind of remember that storyline, so I must have read at least this book in the series before. So, but I just, as soon as I opened up this book, I remember that every book that I read of the American Girls always had this like character list in these little cameo portrait styles, and I loved them so much. That was like my favorite part of the book. But they all have really great pictures in them. And yeah, I just loved this. This was like the best thing of the week, really. So I read I read this one, and I'm probably going to try to read the next one next week. I don't know if I'll get any more than that done. But yeah, because we have one more week, and I would like to read some more for the June Journeys with Inklings, but I might I still have to finish Prince Caspian, or no, what am I reading? Not Prince Caspian, The Silver Chair. Prince Caspian is in The Silver Chair, spoiler, but that's why I said that, but yeah. So I need to finish The Silver Chair for June Journeys with Inklings. And then, but I would like to do another Felicity book. That might be all I get read for Red, White, and June. I'm still working on Washington of Life, but like I said earlier, I'm not going to get it done for June. But I am on like chapter 15, which is pretty good. So I'm getting through it, but it will definitely take me through July, I think, to actually finish it. And A Girl Named Samson. I really do want to read that one. And Bethany had started a group challenge for that, or she didn't start a group or anything. She just would like put it out there that she was reading it, and did anybody want to read it with her? And at first I was like, yeah, me, I'll do it. And then I just never had time. So I'm going to try, I think, to at least start it next week. And then it'll probably go into July, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to overload myself because I have plans for July's reading, and I don't want to like mess with that too much and have too much on my plate. So we'll just see. So anyway, I figured I would just wrap up this vlog here, and I'll probably just turn around and start the next one right after I finish this. But I did want to say, you saw me doing a Bible study earlier. I filmed a little bit of that. I'm doing the Pray study from Daily Grace Co., and I'm really loving that. It's not one that like I need to take a bunch of notes on. It's more devotional-esque, but I feel like it's deeper, but it's more devotional style, so I'm not taking notes necessarily, but I'm really enjoying it. And reading the Bible was the first prompt in the June Journeys with Inklings challenge. So I have fulfilled that by I'm reading the book of Romans in the Bible at the moment, but I'm also, because I'm doing that pray study, I read whatever the passage is that they tell you to read that day. So I've got that prompt covered, but I wanted to like document it in a vlog. So, but anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here, and yeah, I have a week left from today to finish the month and the June Journeys with Inklings and the Red, White, and June readathon. So I am going to start a new vlog, and we'll see where we get. So, all right, friends, I hope you had a lovely week, and I will talk to you in the next vlog. Okay, bye.